operas. That's what is
Italian operas
yes.
are the inspiration behind the
Parma
fragrance.
is the city when the operas in Italy born.
Okay.
Okay, the brand decide to bring that up as a brand and show a little bit what is Parma and create this line where each ingredient is a representation of the Italian opera.
Oh, wow.
The number 4, okay, or quattro in this occasion because it's Italian, is the representation of the opera Manon Lescaut.
Okay.
And this one, in my opinion, is the more
Projector.
loud.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is your girl, Dr. She Cole, as we curate the culture here in South Florida, and for my new and budding introduction into FragCom community, Sense Sherry and Siage, we're going to be blending and mixing the two. So I wanted to stop in today because it's been so long since I've done a purposeful video that I really just wanted to take the opportunity after having a positive day, getting into some good mental headspace, disconnecting from the tussle of work, and getting into a creative environment where you can just be yourself. And I wanted to reach out to all of those individuals who have been following me for a few years. I'm currently at 675 subscribers, and I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. Please, if you like my content, click like, click share, and subscribe, and tell a friend about my channel. Again, Dr. She Cole, where we curate the culture, and my second YouTube channel, Sense Sherry and Siage, where we get more into the world of fragrance. And I jump into some other topics there too. That's why we have the Sherry in the title. But again, I just would like to reach out, say hello, and encourage everyone to continue to subscribe to this philosophy. Always reach for your most authentic self. Continue to strive for your goals, no matter how difficult, and continue to press forward and persevere until you get to your promise. And the promise at the end of that road is you. You are the best investment that you can make in your life. Invest in yourself, invest in your health and wellness, invest in your mental health, invest in your education and training, invest in your profession, invest in your fashion, your fragrance, your makeup, your hair. Invest in you and invest in that spirit. Listen, baby, you have one experience, depending on what your faith may be. You better make the most of what you have, because in the last 2.5 weeks, I have lost coworkers that have passed away. Um, Work stress, life stress, health things that just come up that you don't see coming, or maybe you saw them coming and you had warning signs and you ignored those warning signs. Take a beat, take a moment, pray, meditate, reflect, and take time for you to disconnect and unplug. I know for me, I had to disconnect a little bit from technology, and I think I roll with 2 or 3 phones. I had to turn those ringers off. And when I'm eating, instead of stopping and eating and running and checking phones, I'm like, no, I'm going to take the time to disconnect so I can eat and digest my food. And then I will call whoever's calling me back. I will honor the call, but I don't have to take every call, every minute, every time. And people always have access to me. Limit your access. Who is accessing you and who are you accessing that's depleting from your cup and you're not getting replenished? It's very important. So today, I had the opportunity to hang out with one of my favorite cousins. All my cousins are favorites, but one of my favorite cousins today, Chuck. You've seen him or heard his voice in my videos in the background when I go over perfume and things of that nature a time or two. And we went to Miami, Biscayne, Wynwood, chilling, relaxing. One of his boys came in town, and we just relaxed and had a really good time. Nothing major. Went to this wonderful place, Smith and Webster, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Black-owned restaurant in Miami. Wonderful food, great ambiance, a lot of Prince and old school music playing. I had some wonderful lobster and grits. The drinks were nice. It was just a cool environment. We were supporting our own, so I'm always going to love recycling the Black dollar. We went driving around to another like multi-layer indoor-outdoor mall experience. I forgot the name of the mall. I was so intrigued just walking around. And I saw a niche perfume house that I wanted to get my nose on some scents, but I was just like, no better time than the present. So, Acqua di Parma. Acqua di Parma. So this is an Italian niche fragrance house, and you can see the packaging is wonderful. And this particular little knick-knack tag, if you will, is porcelain. And the fragrance that I purchased is sprayed on the back. And of course, you can keep this as a keepsake. You can put it in your intimates drawer, things of that nature. Have it hanging in your closet or wherever you want to get some smell good at any point in time. So again, the presentation and the experience at Aqua di Parma was absolutely top tier. From the entry point, the individual that worked with me today, he was outstanding. Phenomenal customer service, presentation, um, passion about the brand and the company. And he treated me like $1,000,000. I said I was going to definitely give him a shout out. And Ronnie Bazo from Aqua di Parma, Brickell City Center, 701 South Miami Avenue, Aqua di Parma. This gentleman was fantastic. He is so passionate about the brand and the history behind the perfume. It's just worth the experience. Now, this was the selling point for me. When Ronnie broke down the different, and I have footage of this, so I'll be putting it in the video. When Ronnie broke down the process of how perfume was curated and formulated from a more traditional vintage approach to perfumery, I was intrigued. So he had us sample the version that was made in a more modern process. And then we actually sampled the same perfume that was done mostly by hand. And he did the presentation. We went through it. It was phenomenal. So here's the bag that the small gift came in with, the Aqua di Parma Crafted for You. This pouch was made by Orange Fiber in an innovative Italian excellence based no, I said that all wrong. So this is the pouch that the smaller mini version of the perfume that I purchased came in, which will be perfect for travel. But Aqua di Parma Crafted for You. This pouch was made by Orange Fiber, an innovative Italian excellence based in Sicily, which has patent and produces fabrics from the byproducts of citrus processing, reflecting our forward-thinking approach to craftsmanship. This collaboration is an homage to the preciousness of the fruit from which the Spuntanura was born. Arancia la Spugnatura was born, I believe. That's what it said. But if it didn't say that, please, my Italian brothers and sisters, do not come for my neck. I will practice and get that together. But this is a wonderful heavy linen cardstock with this pouch. Again, presentation. And here is the mini box. And Arancia la Spugnatura eau de toilette. And this is an exclusive limited edition perfume. And here is the little bottle, which I think is adorable. So I'm going to keep this for travel. Now, I have been experiencing such a hard time with my asthma in the last 6 weeks after traveling to New York and then DC. And even though I'm a northern girl, I have not been in that type of climate and environment when it's snowing and raining for many, many mango seasons during the winter. And I went out there in New York and DC and got cute and didn't wear a hat when I needed to be wearing a hat. And the scarf was more for fashion instead of, protecting the throat. And sis got caught up, okay? So it has taken me up until this week, and I'm still not all the way together, but it took me up until this week to feel like something. But the perfume game, I was brought to a screeching halt. I was traumatized. I really wasn't able to wear fragrances because they were choking me out. It was just like, what am I to do? And I am an incense oud beast mode girl. I do not play. I don't like a little fruity floral most of the time. I love spring fragrances, open, airy, clean, but that is not my go-to. I am a go-to guidance girl. I am a go-to yacht and desire. I am a go-to. What else is Cafe Cabanel? You see where I'm going with this. I mean, I'm all about the ouds. I'm more about, let me see here what I have right behind me on my More Than Words from the JTC collection, Xerjoff. What else do we have here? You see my guidance right behind me. What else do I love? Oh, yes. A newer purchase on my New York trip, Oud Vanille. Wonderful. And for those of you, and I'm going to get into this when I do a video that's more specific, as I'm traveling through my fragrance journey, what I've noticed is this Oud Vanille, which I love, Mystic Sugar, very, very close. If you wanted to amp up and make this more of a projector and not as much of a skin scent, this is phenomenal. I love this fragrance. But the Oud Vanille will elevate it and make it richer and deeper. I'm just saying. That's why I have them together on my shelf to remind me of that. And of course, when I want my milky lactonic, my Blanche Bette, you can see the dent. I love this. But there were just some things that in the scent profile I could not wear because they were far too heavy and the incense was incensing and your girl was not in a good place. But I said, this is forcing me now to explore my lighter, airier fragrances. I can still tolerate a musk, even though that makes it a bit heavier, but you can still have an airiness with a musk, pending the formulation and where things fall in the base and the mid notes, and your top notes, of course. But then when it comes to the dry down, where is the musk placed to make it a heavier, denser type of fragrance opposed to lighter? So, of course, I have to avoid, and for those of you who have allergies, is this hair sticking up, child? For those of you who may deal with asthma and allergies and you have flares, and there's a lot of pollen from what I understand going on, and people are really having challenges with allergies these days. This year is a little hectic, so that's not helping, especially I know here in South Florida after this great flood that we had. Crazy. Like I was driving in that, guys. Couldn't get out of downtown Fort Lauderdale, driving through water. It was crazy. School shut down 2 days. It was out of control. But we are all safe, thank God. But that was just nuts. But since then, and all that water and all the algae and things of that nature, it's just a lot going on in the air. But I say all that to say, I had to now stop doing 21 sprays and maybe do like 6. And I would hit like the wrist, top, bottom, maybe a little, inside of the elbow area, in the arm, where they'll hit, just to kind of distribute, but nothing on the chest, nothing on the back of the neck, nothing that could absorb in the chest area, just so I can have a little something on, and then putting it more on the clothing, maybe like an underarm on the, on the side, just to give me a little something, a little kick. And that was even a risk. So in that, I am now forced to really explore my springtime fragrances. So what did help me, So New York, Bond number 9, one of the fragrances from the original collection that was resurrected in the last several months. And it's a wonderful, clean fragrance, light, airy, works well in the heat, not offensive. I found that was a winner for me. And I have to give this YouTuber a shout out because she's also in South Florida. Starlight Zhuzhov. Skin scent, not beast mode, but a couple of squirts, and I feel like I'm doing something. See, even from just doing a couple of smells, it's affecting me. So I have to chill out. So, and I promised my good girl, Courtney, I was gonna, lay off the fragrances, but I'm trying, girl. But you see what I'm doing right now. So, we're opening the Acqua di Parma Blue Mediterraneo Arancia La Spugtonora, if I'm saying that correctly, limited edition. And this is the eau de toilette. And I traditionally don't bang with eau de toilettes at all. At all. But when I smelt this and I knew I wanted something that was not going to aggravate me, I'm skipping right into the spring and summer with this, okay? Skipping. Who skips? Little Kim said, who skips? I saw some interview she did talking about the good girl who can blow, K. Michelle. And she was like, she looks like she skips. Who skips? Girl, I did like Little Kim in that vibe, but I was just like, oh, I really need to leave K. Michelle alone. That girl can blow, and she's doing country music now and doing her thing. She can sing, child. I heard she used to shut FAMU down, but with her yodeling. But I'm off track. But nevertheless, and I am really annoyed by this 4C. There's one piece of it standing up because I started stretching my hair with a blow dryer just so I can have a little bit more of a distressed afro effect. And I love it. But that one piece was just not agreeing with me. But it's okay. I love my hair. So I didn't mean to say what is going on with my 4C like I have problems with it. I love my 4C hair, sweetheart. Please know and understand it. I will not put a perm in my hair again. But that was just one unruly curl there, a little coil. So Acqua di Parma. Look at this porcelain bottle. Look at that. Beautiful craftsmanship. Lovely. And what I could appreciate about Ronnie is that he explained to me, because this is a limited edition, he said, make sure you keep this bottle. Don't damage it. Don't lose it. And then if there's a possibility, because this is limited and once it's gone, individuals who actually have this bottle, if there's a resurgence where you can get refills only the individuals that have this bottle will be able to get the refills. So I was all about that exclusivity. But let me tell you something. I'm just trying to spray it. First of all, if you don't like orange in any way, shape, form, or fashion, don't even go. Because this is for an orange, zesty, fragrance lover that wants a clean, wonderful experience where the fragrance is not too overwhelming, but you can tell that it has been crafted so well and the quality of the ingredients are top tier. This is a perfect vacation, a perfect spring, summer fragrance. Brunch, lunch, late dinner. It is not, in particular to me, an evening date night scent, but it is definitely a daily signature worthy. I'm trying to be fresh. I'm trying to be clean. Experience if you want to wear it during the day. But I see myself on a yacht with this, chilling, relaxing, eating my fruit tray, having a little bubbly, and just smelling good, honey, and looking good with a big, wonderful hat on. So, the sun does not, damage the skin. You understand, the melanin is preserved and protected. But this brand and this house is fantastic. The service was outstanding. Ronnie, you get 20 gold stars. The company is very, very lucky to have you because the way you presented the history and the presentation and the excitement and delivery and the marketing, bar none, is why I got this bottle today. The price point was about $230. With tax, it was about $250. And again, I didn't think that I would be putting $250 into a eau de toilette, but this is not an ordinary eau de toilette based on the preparation and what went into making this bottle what it is. So again, my first introduction, my first fragrance from this line. I'm looking forward to getting into it, but again, zesty, orange, citrus, a little boozy, very champagne-y. It's definitely giving Mimosa Bellini vibes. Ooh, it actually, if you love Dom Rosa, I think you'll love this. That's champagne with roses, Dom Rosa. This is champagne with mandarin oranges that are perfectly ripe, sweet, not overwhelming, and will work well in the heat. So this is your girl, Dr. She Cole, bringing you some words of wisdom, encouragement, and some nuggets. And I do hope you enjoy this video. Please click like, share, subscribe if you like my content. Give me a thumbs up so I know this algorithm can start to pick up my content, and I know that you like the content. And this is probably going to be a two-parter where I'll give you some pictures and so forth from the actual location in Miami, the only distributor in the United States in Miami where you can get this on ground. But I'll give you some pictures in a little vid because this is already a 22-minute video. And then I'll do another quick reel that will bring together more of the store experience and the history of how this perfume was created. So in the eau de toilette. So my people, stay tuned, enjoy, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.